I was going to zero this gun at 100, but honestly guys, I like the combat group for that you find when you zero at 50 yards. It's a tighter group. When I shoot a 10-3 at 300, you guys have seen me do it many times up top. I shoot at 300, I aim between the shoulder blades, and I end up hitting somewhere around like lower chest area. And body armor or not, someone zips a 5.56 into you at 300 yards, the round impacts you before you hear the report of the rifle, and that automatically tells you somebody has me dialed in, I need to leave. And people are so focused on the kill shot, the kill shot. No, it's about the behavior modification shot, and that's what I'm after. And I can do that with a tight 50-yard zero, which is why I make it a point to isolate the front of the gun. This is my front sight post tool, if you're wondering. All right, let us keep working. I got my rear bag, I got my bipod set, and now basically what I do is I drive forward on the bipod and drive it into the mat, place the rear bag, and lean on the rifle. Yeah, that's slightly left. Yeah, I gotta go slightly right actually. Yeah, slightly right. I'm gonna go 1 click right, 2 clicks right, 1 click left. And then what you do is work your charging handle a few times to set in the correction that you just dialed in. As I'm sitting here looking at this, that hit is slightly left of where I was looking, so I needed to bring it back. Now, what I do is I use my red dot to bring up my front sight post to where it should be. I like the old school A1 front side post. I'm sorry, the old school A1 rear side adjustment that is part of the Daniel Defense Rock and Lock sight. It's really cool. It's the bullet tip. Bullet tip pushes into the detent, pushes, and then allows you to rotate windage left and right. And that's halfway decent right there. So let's try that. Let's see where we're hitting. Actually, we've got rounds in there. Shut the optic off, get it out of the way. Ooh, that's low. That is low. All right, guys, pumpkin on a fence post. If you don't know what that is, look it up. That's more like it. The elevation's about, well, you know what? Let's bring that down just a fuzz. And let's go right. Let's go right just a fuzz too. The good / bad thing about these sights is, mechanical sights, hard sights, is that you don't have a lot of correction to work with. They move your impact point far more rapidly than the red dot ever will. Seriously? There's a glare on my front sight post. Yeah, it's an actual bald spot. Well, let me get my lighter out. If you're wondering what I was just doing with the lighter, A, I didn't do it on camera because there's way too much wind out here. I did it in the vehicle. I placed the lighter on this side, burned. Basically, the rifle was facing up. I placed the lighter on this side and burned. Placed the lighter on this side and burned, and it completely blacked out the front side post. And then I went ahead and I also did the peep sight at the back. I did that mostly to get any dust that might be in there out of it. But that's an age-old trick of blackening your front side post so it's really got sharp contrast. Pumpkin on a fence post. All right, I'll tell you what that's about. Let's say that this is your front sight. And let's say that this is the pumpkin. The pumpkin, well, this isn't going to work. The pumpkin on the fence post, pumpkins always have a flat bottom to them, right? They're not totally circular. They have a flat bottom. So basically imagine the pumpkin sitting on the fence post. Your bullet should be hitting just slightly above where your front sight post actually ends. So it should be hitting within the pumpkin, not at the very tip of the bottom of where the pumpkin is sitting on the fence post. Or in this case, your front sight. Hope I didn't lose you. Got to find my natural point of aim where I'm relaxed and still on target. I gotta go paint that. I think I'm in there, but I gotta go paint that. Be right back. If I haven't already said this before, guys, your preliminary zero, you absolutely know you're gonna have to redo this in about 200 rounds. You're gonna have to do this again in about 200 rounds because this is an absolutely brand new upper receiver. The lower is one of my registered lowers, but the upper receiver is brand spanking new. And as it breaks in and as the whole thing starts to carbon up on the inside, your zero technically is going to shift a little bit. You expect it, you know it's going to happen. So in about 200 rounds, I keep saying yards, in about 200 rounds I will come back out here, I will lay on the ground, and I will verify that my zero hasn't moved enough. Do a click here and a click there. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Let's go right one click. That is darn near where I want it to be. Yeah. I do believe you're ready to go. I believe you are ready for the big time. Now, we put up the ghost ring and feed it a few more rounds and make sure that I am generally hitting about where I want to be looking when I'm looking through my hard sights. Just a quick zero dirty, not even a rear bag, just pushing into my shoulder. Yeah, good. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's always the way it works with me. It always seems that, it must be my astigmatism, it always seems that my front side post and my red dot are not like dead center line like they used to be back when I was younger. Now there's like the red dot is just hovering just to the right of the front side post, and it seems to be pretty consistent nowadays, so oh well. Don't it suck getting older? Yeah, because the red dot's hitting exactly where I was looking. I aimed at the 3 o'clock position on that circle and I hit it. All right, let's go have some fun. All right, let's first do hard sights. Shut the optic off. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. That's right. There it is. keep forgetting that at 300, a 10.3 inch barrel, the dot literally is his head. Yeah, there you go. You'd think I'd remember this for as much as I do this. Okay, so that was 3. Optic is off. Back to the hard. So I have to essentially occlude his head. Yeah, that's a hit. With hard sights, you can barely get your landmarks on this guy. But with a dot, once you know what the hold is, yeah,